Hey folks, welcome to Bear Mountain. It's the end of the year and we're working on some projects that we're going to be doing in 2024, and we wrapped up a lot of the things that we did in 2023. A lot of it pertained to fixing up our house, doing some pretty major repairs on that, and we'll kind of show you some of the things that were just finished up. Believe it or not, December 15th, we got a new roof on the house. So it doesn't look like much. It's a little dark this time of year, but we had to rebuild our chimney, plus we put on a new deck. So we've been really busy this last fall, and that's a lot of the reason why, working with contractors and doing some of the work ourselves on things regarding painting and all that other kind of stuff. So we kind of were pretty busy in the month of November and December. So as we look forward to what we're doing now, this is the kind of thing I've been working on for about the last week, is clearing out an area of the farm that had been overgrown with blackberries over the last 10 years. It kind of been an area that we didn't need for when we were growing flowers, so we just kind of let it return to wild. We harvested some blackberries out of it, but more than anything else, it just kind of became kind of a hedgerow type thing. And so I've been spending the time with the brush blade on the scythe and kind of whacking things down and trying to get it cleaned out. So this is kind of what it looks like right now. It doesn't look like much, from the standpoint of what we were able to do here is. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. We cleared out an area. You can kind of see where the old railroad ties are. They were kind of a anchoring of, this used to be an old kind of a holding area for our border collie. When we left town, we had a little house with a deck on it, and the deck is pretty rotted out. And then you can kind of see there was an old gate, and back on the other side of that are some table grapes. But you can see this big huge pile of blackberry that I'm already starting to scrape up. We're going to be turning all this into biochar, and then this area we're going to kind of redesign it out and make it basically an area for our chickens. And so the area basically is about probably 40 feet by 60 feet. So it's a pretty big area. But what we wanted to do is create an area that when we have a chicken coop, when we put the chickens up at night, that we could secure it from raccoons and other animals that might desire to come in and do some, bad things to chickens. So this is kind of the project that I'll be working on off and on, and trying to get this kind of ramped up so that we can get some chickens looking at late spring. And the idea would be they'd be layers, and we would kind of get our own source of eggs going for ourselves. I know a lot of people have done this for years on small scale, large scale, but for us, this is not about raising chickens up to fill the freezer. At this point, we're not doing meat birds or anything like that, but just to get us enough of eggs and kind of, for just to put a little more resilience into the food supply. So you may have seen earlier videos where we had the scythe, the brush blade, and this is kind of something that has really been fantastic. It's a heavy duty blade. It's about 16, I think it's actually 18 inches in length. And but it can really, it's heavier steel than a regular grass blade, and you can just swing this like a regular scythe and chop these berry plants. They just chop right up, and it's just a matter of getting the workout in and getting it done. But you can kind of see that it's done a really good job of knocking the berry plants down, and you can get cut almost right to the ground with this, which is nice, and so it makes cleanup a lot easier. No gas, just our own human power to make it work, and it's done a really good job. Took me about I'd say working a couple 3 hours a day. Took me about 5 days to clean out this area, which is roughly about 60, like I said, it's about 40 foot deep and about 60 feet wide, goes all the way over to the property line where the trees are over there. So this right here are grapevines. These are table grapes. They're Niagara, I think, is one variety, and then there's a one that's kind of another one that's a seedless. It's kind of got a little bit of red blush to it. I think it might be called Red Flame. I can't remember exactly. But as you can see, they've been kind of neglected for years. Actually, we thought they were kind of dead because they were inside of the blackberry forest. So I'm going to be trimming these guys all the way back and try to get them restarted, try to find the main stem and kind of get them staked up. And then we're going to be making some kind of arbor here, I think, right here in this area. It's going to get it's going to get quite a bit of sun, probably till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on most days in the summertime. So this would be probably, there's, nearest I can count, we've got at least 8 good grapevines here. And I think, you know, given the fact that they're going to get full sun and get staked up on a trellis, that they'll do really well. So that'll be another project we're working on this year, is to get a trellis built down here. Plus we also have to work on, this year we're going to be starting in the next month. In addition to the chicken thing, we're also going to be working on putting a fence around the fenced garden up above, rebuilding that. So we've got a lot of projects that we're going to be working on this next year that are going to be oriented to food. And I really hope you guys can kind of come along with us as we build these things out and kind of get them into production. So when I look at all these piles of the stuff that I have to you know, get rid of here, we're going to be turning the vast majority of this into biochar. And we made a whole bunch last year that we were using in our tunnels, and I'm going to need even more this year because we're going to be spreading these things around, getting them as much biochar in the soil that I can do. So anyway, this is phase 1, so to speak, and one of the projects that we're going to be working on, trying to get a lot more food production off the place. And we've also going to be doing some work in the tunnels down there. So we'll cover that one on a next video, but we've still got the old tunnels that we used to use in the flower business, and we're going to be converting those over to raising some flowers for ourselves, but the majority of it's going to be focused towards producing food. So this is kind of our goal this year, is to get as resilient as possible in our food supply and be able to you know, look at it as saying year round we can really cut our grocery bill down significantly. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next video. Have a happy new year. Stay safe. We'll see you next one. Bye-bye.